High school volleyball is back on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Tonight from Yorktown High School, a battle of the best as 3A number 1 Newcastle takes on 4A number 1 Yorktown. Good evening. Hi again, everyone. Brian Beaver along with you again tonight for what could be one of the best matches of the season, if not in a long time. 2 state champions in a row in this one. 2 years ago, it was Yorktown winning the 3A state title in 2016. They moved up to 4A due to the success factor. Last year, Newcastle took the 3A state championship at Worthen Arena. Yorktown went out at the semi-state a year ago. This year, both are ranked number 1 in their classes. Newcastle, 28-4, 6-0 in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. They're having a terrific year for their coach, first-year coach, Sarah Roush. What can you say about Yorktown? 4A number 1, overall number 1, in the top 10 in the country in some ratings, and undefeated. 25-0, winners of 71 straight sets or games, if you will, to open the 2018 season in style. They're coming off a fantastic performance last weekend when they won the Delaware County tournament easily. They destroyed a really good 3A Wapahani team in a match that was never in doubt from the very beginning. That's just how good Yorktown is. Wapahani is a sectional threat this year in their own right. This game involves some of the best players, not just in Indiana, but in the country. You talk about Newcastle, the Schaffmaster sisters are where you begin the conversation. Mabry Schaffmaster hitting .367 with almost 500 kills already, 460 exactly if you're scoring at home. And her sister, the setter, Melanie Schaffmaster, has piled up 734 assists and a bunch of kills of her own when she attacks. They are terrific. Some people call them M&M. I call them trouble. M&Ms, if you will, not plain and peanut, more like jalapeno and fire. They're both sensational talents. Yorktown has plenty of that of their own. The great Kenzie Knuckles playing the final match here in her home gym tonight along with 4 senior teammates. Knuckles among the state leaders in hitting and kills, going to Nebraska. Yeah, Nebraska. Volleyball hotbed to play her college ball starting next year. So this one has all the makings of a fantastic match tonight here in Yorktown High School's gym. All of the seats have been pulled out tonight. They won't all be full like they were 9 years ago when Muncie Burris and Yorktown played in this gym. Final week of the regular season 9 years ago, both teams were undefeated. Both were number 1 in their classes. Burris won a 5-set Donnybrook that night in a match that took 2.5 hours to play. Boy, was it fun. We're just about set to go. The floor has been cleared of the warm-up period. The senior night festivities have already been held between the JV and varsity matches. JV, by the way, went to Yorktown 25-4, 25-10. 2-zip in the match. Yorktown's JV also unbeaten. How do you like them apples? The cupboard will not be empty next year here on Tiger Drive. The teams have lined up on the end lines. We're just about set for the introductions of the players in this one tonight. We'll certainly let you hear all of that in its full glory when it comes. Here you are.
Number 2, Ashley Wilkinson. Number 3, Emily Scott. Number 12, Adelaide Butter. Number 13, Eliza Mack. And number 21, Gracie Powers. And now your starters. Jewel Barrow. Number 4, Zoe Conway. Number 8, Bailey Smith. Number 9, Mabry Schaffmaster. Number 11, Shaughnessy. Number 14, Nicole Wilkinson. Number 16, Haley Cox. Number 17, Melanie Schaffmaster. The Trojans are coached by Sarah Roach. And now let's meet your undefeated Yorktown Tigers! Number 2, Carly Matthews. Number 3, Courtney Watkins. Number 6, Jenny Morey. Number 8, Brittany Bates. And number 11, Hannah Avila. And number 14, Maddie Besser. And now your starters. Number 1, your captain, Kinsey Knuckles. Number 4, Ellie Stinson. Number 7, Keith Vincent. Your libero, number 9, Kylie Murray. Number 10, Tegan Siri. Number 13, Ellie Miller. And number 16, Jalen Dunsmore. The Tigers are coached by Stephanie Bloom, Rhonda Wilson, and Heather Cochran. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats and face the flag as we honor our country and the men and women who serve and protect the freedom with the flying of our Star-Spangled Banner.
There you have it. We're all set for volleyball. Not very often do we have number 1 against number 1 in Indiana or anywhere else, but we've got it tonight, and we're glad you're along for the ride no matter where you are, down the road, across the state, or halfway around the world. You hear the energy in this gym. You can feel it in the building tonight. Number 1, Newcastle. Number 1, Yorktown. Only one can be conference champion. A year ago in Newcastle, the Trojans beat Yorktown that night to win it all in the conference, winning 25-18, 20-25, 25-22, 25-23. The Yorktown student section, the Tongi squad, going berserk across the way. Thanks for dialing it in. Let me know where you're listening tonight. Either drop me a note on YouTube or send me one on Twitter if you're not already following me. My handle is @DelcoPreps. Follow and send me a private message. Love to hear from you, or just let the whole world see it. Great having you along for the ride. We appreciate you joining us tonight. This one could really come down to how many attacks Mabry Schaffmaster has. She is hitting .367 for the year, but only .267 in their 4 losses, 100 points lower. And it's often due to the fact that the other team keeps the ball off the floor a lot. She puts a lot of swings in. She's a 20-kill machine. She's had 20-plus 6 times already this year, including a 28-kill match earlier. So we're about set to go here at Yorktown High School. Newcastle will play the left end of the floor to start the things off tonight. Bailey Cox will serve it for the Trojans, and we're just about set to go. Yorktown ready to receive. Here comes the serve to Knuckles. Played up in the middle. Slide play off the defense back to Yorktown. They tip it over to Newcastle. Tip over to the Tigers. They'll work it far side. Searing off the double team, out of bounds, and it's 1-0 Yorktown on a Tegan Searing kill. Searing, one of those terrific hitters in the Yorktown lineup. Just that quickly. Out comes Ellie Stinson, and in goes Jalen Dunsmore. Knuckles to serve, right to left here on the near sideline. Jump serve, it's in play. Bad pass on the receive. Free ball over to Yorktown. Nice dig by the Tigers. They'll set it near side for Watkins. She drives one just out of bounds on a cross-court kill attempt, and we are tied at 1 apiece. That'll give the serve to Newcastle's Nicole Wilkinson. Newcastle with only 2 seniors on the entire varsity, and they don't play much. They're going to be great for the next 2 or 3 years. Jump serve goes to the middle of the back row. Knuckles plays it up. Searing with a swing from the far side. Off the block, back to the Tigers. Back set for Watkins. First shot handled easily by Newcastle. Here's the set far side. The swing and the kill. First of the night, won't be the last, by Mabry Schaffmaster. And it's 2-1. Newcastle out in front for the first time tonight. Sister act right there. Yorktown plays this one up nicely. They'll set here on the near wing. Watkins off the defense, and a tip back over the net is tipped right back into the backcourt for a kill by Schaffmaster. Melanie with her first kill. It's 3-1 Newcastle. Still back there serving, Nicole Wilkinson. Right-hander, jump serve. It's in play. Knuckles barely got to it. It's going to be an ace. 4-1 Trojans. They have a lot of aces for this season. They're a very good serving team. So Yorktown in kind of uncharted territory here, trailing 4-1 to Newcastle early in game 1. Next serve on the way. Knuckles plays it up. They'll set near side for Watkins. She tips it down just inside the attack line for a marshmallow kill to make it 4-2 and give Yorktown the side out. Heady play by Watkins. Tigers will serve it. It's going to be Kylie Murr wearing the green libero jersey. She serves from the floor. Newcastle will play it here to the near wing. Big swing. Tigers dig it nicely. They set in the middle. Tip handled by Newcastle. There's a deep tip back to him. Yorktown can't get it down. Another heady play by Melanie Schaffmaster. She goes long tip, two-hander for the kill to make it 5-2 Newcastle. Yorktown's going to have to do something about that back corner defense. Serve right into the net. Caitlin Shunnison with the error. She was a Yorktown Tiger a year ago. Now she's a Newcastle Trojan, and she gacked the serve to make it 5-3. Yorktown with a chance to get within a point. Shunnison maybe with some nerves in her old gym. Carly Matthews to serve it. Schaffmaster will set here on the near wing, and the near pin swing is down for a pile driver kill by her sister Mabry Schaffmaster. 6-3 Newcastle. It's going to be Mabry Schaffmaster to serve, and you can expect a toughie here. Jump serve, very high toss, raises the net and goes over. Set here for Watkins. It's off the defense. Back to Yorktown. Bump set here for Watkins again off the defense. This time over. Free ball comes over from Newcastle to Yorktown. They'll set the slide. Ellie Miller gets it over. Newcastle gets it back. Here's a tip at the front. Down. Good. Swing and a kill for Layla Smith in the middle. And it's 7-3 visitors here early in game 1. Trojans have been serving right at Knuckles here early in game 1. Another jump serve on the way. It's in the net. Serving error by Mabry Schaffmaster to make it 7-4. Checking in for Yorktown is Ellie Stinson to go back to the service line. Tigers trailing 7-4. You live by the sword, you die by the sword on that hot tamale. Here's the serve. Newcastle has it up the Melanie Schaffmaster. The swing from the far corner. Yorktown plays it easily. Here's a deep tip from Knuckles, and she says, oh, yeah? You think you're the only guys who can play the deep tip game? Got news for you. Beautiful in the back corner for the kill. 7-5. Yorktown looking for one of its runs. Within 2 here, early in game 1. Stinson's serve, played up in the middle. Little back set here. Swing is handled easily by Yorktown. They attack it with Knuckles. She drives it down for a kill between diving Trojan defenders. And the Tigers are back within a point at 7-6 on the second Kenzie Knuckles kill here early in the match. Great crowd atmosphere here tonight. I see Dr. Don Shondell across the way watching this one. Next one is in play. Shaftmaster tried a tip kill. Couldn't get it. Great dig by Murr. It's bumped easily back to Newcastle. Another swing in the middle on the attack by Layla Smith. She's got her second kill of the night. Side up for Newcastle with an 8-6 Trojans lead. Back to serve it. Zoe Conway, the libero for Newcastle. Yorktown plays it up in the middle. Knuckles just peels the paint with a hammered time kill down the middle. Ain't no one here going to stop that one, I'm here to tell you. 8-7. Tigers trailing by a point. Senior Ellie Miller to serve from the far corner right to left. It's in play. Bad pass again. Trojans are going to have to free ball it back over to Yorktown. Tigers have it up near corner. They'll hit from the back row. No problem for the Trojans. They set in the middle. Yorktown digs it nicely. Here come the Tigers. Knuckles with a swing off the block. Right back to Yorktown. Set here on the corner again. It's Kenzie Knuckles off the double team block and down inbounds for a block by Newcastle and a Trojan lead that goes to 9-7 now. Service time for Melanie Shaftmaster, the 6'3" setter. Goes at Knuckles. Nice pass. They'll set here for the near corner. And Knuckles crams another one right down the sideline for a kill. Knuckles playing great early on to make it 9-8. She's got 4 kills already. 4 of the first 8 points. Vincent with the serve. Another bad pass by the Trojans. They'll free ball from the back row. Tigers play it easily. They'll bump set for a back row attack. Nice job by Newcastle to keep it alive. They'll go to the far corner. Newcastle can't get it down. Tigers go to Searing. She does get it down. A Tegan Searing kill, and we're tied at 9. Searing with a whistler off 2 defenders out of bounds. 9-9. Yorktown looking for the lead. Trojans play it to the middle. They have miscommunication on a short set between Wilkinson and Shaftmaster, and Yorktown gets the garbage point, and it's 10-9 Tigers. They're back on top. They weathered the storm. Let's see if they can get on a roll with Vincent serving. Set here on the near pin. Great dig by Murr to keep it off the floor. Yorktown attacks. They go to Knuckles. She can't get it down. Here's a back set to the near corner. Great dig by Murr again. Yorktown attacks near side. It's down for the kill. Kenzie Knuckles wipes it off a defender at the net, and Yorktown leads it by 2 now at 11-9 on the 5th kill already in the match by the great Kenzie Knuckles. We've got a timeout on the floor. Newcastle says, let's stop it. We're early in game 1. 11-9 Yorktown. Back after this on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
A 50-50 ball. An elbow to the ribs. A sudden flash of tempers. In sports, anything can happen in the heat of the moment. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you that when cooler heads prevail, everybody wins. When the game heats up, will you keep your cool? This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the match. Coming out of the Newcastle timeout, the Trojans led by 4 twice early, 4-2 and 7-3. It's now 11-9 Yorktown. You got a little surge going here. That's what they're known for. Putting those 5-6 point runs together, and you're out of luck. So Newcastle burns the first of its 2 timeouts, trying to stop the bleeding. Kate Vincent is still serving for Yorktown. Here it comes. Middle back row. Schaffmaster sets for her sister from the back row, and she drives it down off Ellie Stinson from Yorktown for a point to make it 11-10. Just what the doctor ordered when you come out of a timeout. That's what Sarah Roush wanted. That's what she got on a great swing by Mabry Schaffmaster. Bailey Cox serves it. Murr plays it to Vincent. Slide play. Nearly down, but Newcastle keeps it alive. It's over to Yorktown. Tegan Searing drives it off a Newcastle Trojan. They go to the far corner to Schaffmaster. She can't get it. Vincent back sets. Searing swings. Searing scores. She wipes it off the defense out of bounds to make it 12-10 Yorktown. Searing with her third kill of the night. That'll give the side out to Yorktown. Here comes Kenzie Knuckles to serve it from the deep left corner. Cross court serve. Set goes to Schaffmaster. She swings. She gets it down off the touch. Mabry Schaffmaster with her fourth kill. It's a 12-11 contest. Back to serve for the Trojans. Number 14, Nicole Wilkinson. She serves it right into the net for an error. Free point for the Tigers. They expand their lead to 13-11. That'll send Kylie Murr, wearing the green jersey, back to the service line. Going to Ohio State next year to play her college ball. She goes to the deep back row. They play it to the far side for Schaffmaster. She tries to play a slice. Can't get it over the net. Hitting error for Mabry Schaffmaster. It's 14-11 Yorktown. A rare mistake at the net by one of the best players in the state of Indiana. Murr to serve it again. This goes right again to the middle back row. They'll set inside. Great swing, great kill in the middle for Layla Smith. She has her third kill of the night. That cuts the lead to 14-12 Yorktown. Now we're in the middle of game one. Caitlin Shenison, former Yorktowner, now for Newcastle, jump serving. Little party balloon serve to Knuckles. Vincent will set it for Watkins on the corner. The tip is played. Great save by Knuckles to keep it alive. Newcastle attacks here on the near corner. Great dig by Murr. Watkins with a swing. They play it out of bounds. Schaffmaster couldn't get in front of it. Mabry couldn't stop it. It's a kill for Yorktown and a 15-12 lead. Great job by Watkins to pick up her second kill. And now serving for Yorktown, number 2, Carly Matthews, one of the 5 Yorktown seniors being honored here tonight. Final match in their gym. She goes near side back row with it. Trojans play it in the middle for an attack from Mabry Schaffmaster. She peels it off the defense for her 5th kill. A point for the Trojans to make it 15-13, and they'll serve it. And guess who? Mabry Schaffmaster back to do the honors. She'll serve it basically from the middle of the back line, and she serves it in the net again. Another error on the serve by Mabry Schaffmaster. 16-13. Yorktown will take as many of those as they want to get. Back to serve it now for Yorktown, Ellie Stinson, who subbed in. She goes deep to the middle of the back. Schaffmaster with a set in the middle, and Layla Smith is wearing them out with the middle attack. Her 4th kill for Newcastle to make it 16-14. Yorktown out in front, but serving Newcastle, and it's going to be Zoe Conway wearing the white jersey. Nice pass. Vincent sets. Tip. No trouble at all for Newcastle. They'll attack here on the near corner. Off the double team block. Great save by Knuckles to keep it inside the pin. Yorktown rolls it back. Here's the tip kill attempt from Newcastle. Trojans can't get it down. Newcastle gets a free ball. Back from Yorktown. Matthews sent it out of bounds, and it's a 1-point game now. 16-15. Yorktown in front. Newcastle serving for the tie. Here it comes from Conway. Nice pass. Murr. Tip kill attempt. No good. Here's one of those from Newcastle. No good. Tip in the middle by Yorktown. It's down on the near sideline, just in bounds. Great shot making from Ellie Miller. A tip kill to get the side out and make it 17-15. Yorktown by 2. Miller will be the server. Right-hander. There it goes. Newcastle out of system. Schaffmaster will play a hard roll. Yorktown can dig that all day, twice on Sunday. Knuckles, back corner, just out of bounds. Right next to the flag holding line judge. It was out by about 6 inches. Outstanding call. She got it right. 17-16. Newcastle trying to tie again. It's Melanie Schaffmaster to serve. Knuckles played it over. No one expected it. I've got it. You take it. It's on the floor for a Yorktown point. Confusion there on the front row by Newcastle, and it's 18-16. Knuckles with 6 kills here in game 1. Vincent to serve. Trojans have it up far side. Swing from the pin and a kill, a beauty from Caitlin Shenison. The former Yorktown player has her first kill of the night, and it's 18-17. Yorktown still leading, but Newcastle trying to tie again on the serve coming up by Bailey Cox. Little jump serve, Knuckles with the pass. Vincent tries to set it. It's tipped. Violation over the net. It's an overtouch. A reach over the net. And it's a Yorktown point. 19-17. Kenzie Knuckles to serve. Let's see if she can serve him out. Jump serve, cross court, Tuffy. Nice pass by the libero Conway. Tip handled by Yorktown. They'll attack it. Bump set for Knuckles in the back row. She'll roll from the floor. Trojans set far side. Schaffmaster can't get it down. Fantastic dig by Murr. Back row attack by Knuckles. Here comes Trojan territory. They've got the ball. They attack again. Yorktown has it up, but a miscommunication on the pass. Murr tried to save it, couldn't do it, and it's 19-18. 19-18 Yorktown. Trying to tie again. We've only been tied twice, at 1 and at 9. Can the Trojans tie it here at 19? There comes the serve from Nicole Wilkinson. Vincent will set. Attack in the middle. Searing delivers with another kill off the double team block to make it 20-18 Yorktown. The senior flushed it big time for her 4th kill. Murr back to serve it for Yorktown. We're in that green libero jersey. It's in play to the back row in the middle. Schaffmaster has to bump set it. Her sister swing, straight dig by Murr. Tigers attack near corner. Watkins can't get it down. Trojans go back to work. Schaffmaster again from the far pin. Off the block and down in the back row in front of the diving Kenzie Knuckles to make it 20-19. Yorktown. Great kill that time by Mabry Schaffmaster. Give her a half dozen in the match. Shenison to serve for the Trojans. Yorktown with a tip from Vincent. They couldn't get it over. They got it right back off the defense. Tip again to the Trojans. They have a little free ball. They'll come here near side. Schaffmaster can't get it down. Vincent for Yorktown. Sets for Searing. She knocks it home! Tegan Searing deep to the back row with a kill. Searing has 5. Yorktown closing in. It's 21-19 Tigers. Here in game 1. Carly Matthews, the senior, back to serve. Here it comes. Right to left. Trojans have it up near side. Schaffmaster's swing is touched. Comes down for the kill and the point. Mabry with 7 kills already. She makes it 21-20. Also back to serve it. High jump serve. She's hit it in the net 3 times. Yorktown can't play it. It's an ace. Schaffmaster with the ace. Her first. Timeout, Yorktown. Stephanie Bloom says, give me a little time to talk. We're going to keep it right here, tied at 21. Fantastic game 1. Kenzie Knuckles with a half dozen kills for Yorktown, 5 more for Tegan Searing. And on the Newcastle side of the ledger, 7 kills for Mabry Schaffmaster to go along with that ace just a moment ago. Layla Smith has 4 kills on middle attacks for Sarah Roush's Trojans. So Yorktown has taken a timeout at 21 all here. Newcastle has a timeout left as well here late in game 1. Comes down now to a little mini game. Who wants it more? on senior night in your own gym? We're about to find out. 21-21. It's our third tie of game one. We were tied at 1. We were tied at 9. Now at 21. Back to serve it. Mabry Schaffmaster. That big jump serve. Nearly got an ace. Yorktown plays it up. Watkins with a swing. It's off the block and down for a Newcastle point. Newcastle leads 22-21. Yorktown has not lost a game all year. Here comes the next serve to him. Grazes the net, goes over an overpass, and it's stuffed for a kill. On the inside of the mid-row, Layla Smith. Quick timeout by Yorktown. We'll take the break. 23-21 Newcastle. Back after this on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Welcome back to the match. 23-21, Newcastle leading here late in game one. Yorktown having trouble with that jump serve from Schaffmaster. Watkins with a tip. They get it down for a point. Newcastle couldn't defend it. Great job by Watkins. Little poison marshmallow soft kill to make it Newcastle 23, Yorktown 22. Tigers trying to keep the streak alive. 71 straight set wins. They need a point to tie here. Trojans on the attack. Smith can't get it down. Set for Miller. Her tip gets a defense from Newcastle and the swing from the far corner and a kill. Bailey Cox. And we're down to game point. Newcastle 24, Yorktown 22. Here's the jump serve. Conway has it in play. Yorktown didn't play it very well. They'll go to Knuckles. She drives it down up the defense, but it's on her side of the line, and Yorktown has lost the game for the first time in 2018. Newcastle makes a statement early in this one. They win game one, 25-22. It's a best 2 out of 4 the rest of the way for the Trojans. Watch out now. We go to the break. Game 2 coming up on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Who do I swim for? I swim on my high school team for my mom, who gets up at 5 o'clock every morning to take me to practice.
I swim for hugs from my teammates, spaghetti dinners, and my lucky neon green goggles.
I swim for Coach Murray, who pushes me to dig deep and finish strong.
More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 152,000 here in Indiana. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline. Skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens.
Most of all, I swim for myself because I learn more about who I am and who I want to be every time I dive into the pool. That's who I swim for.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Yorktown High School. Game 1 of this match in the books, and it goes to the 3A number 1 Newcastle Trojans. They drop Yorktown for the first time this season, 25-22. The 71-game winning streak over. Now Yorktown has to win 3 out of the next 4 to win the match. The number 1 team in the state. Let's see how they respond to getting punched in the face for the first time this year. Going to be fun to watch. Teams are back on the court. We're about ready to go. Thanks for riding along shotgun tonight here on the Delco Preps channel. We'll flip the floor. Yorktown will take it left to right. Newcastle right to left. Newcastle wearing the dark green jerseys tonight. Yorktown's in the home black. So we're set to go. Fantastic performance in game 1. Mabry Schaffmaster, 7 kills unofficially. Layla Smith with 5 big ones on the middle attack in the front row for Newcastle. Melanie Schaffmaster with 3 kills. And for Yorktown, 6 for Kenzie Knuckles, 5 by Tegan Searing, 3 from Courtney Watkins, 1 from Ellie Miller. So we're ready to go. Kate Vincent to serve it for the Tigers. They need a little bit of a run here. Get on track. Set will go to the middle. Schaffmaster with a swing and a kill. From Melanie to Mabry for her 8th kill, and Newcastle opens game 2 with a 1-0 lead. And they'll serve it with Nicole Wilkinson doing the honors from the far, far right corner. Here it comes to the middle back row. Murr pass to Vincent. Swing in the middle. We've got a whistle and a violation. And I believe Vincent stepped out of bounds. She did. She stepped across the mid-stripe for a violation to make it 2-0 Newcastle. A rare error by Vincent. Serving again, Wilkinson. Should go deep to the back row in the middle. Bad pass. Bump set far side is over the net. Yorktown is out of system right now. They need to get that fixed. They're really having trouble passing off these serves, and that's very uncharacteristic. Receiving errors are rare by Yorktown, but they've had a few tonight. This time to Knuckles. She'll play it up to Vincent. Right back to Knuckles on the middle attack. Newcastle has it up. They go to a back row swing from Schaffmaster. Yorktown handles it. Here's a bump set for Nichols, and she backwards rolls it over to Newcastle. Here's the tip in the middle. Nice play by Yorktown to keep it alive. Attack in the middle. Dunsmore with the swing. Got a violation at the net on Mabry Schaffmaster. Yorktown breaks the ice to make it 3-1 here in game 2, trailing the match 1-0. Kenzie Knuckles back to serve for Yorktown. She'll serve from the old service area, basically the right third of the back row. Pretty traditional. We're set to go. Knuckles looking at the lineup across the way. Here comes the serve. Deep. Back row. Set near side. Schaffmaster can't get it down, but the pass goes over. The dig by Knuckles on the overpass. It was stuffed down for a kill. I think that was Layla Smith who got it to make it 4-1. Ball control is something Yorktown prides themselves on, and tonight so far they haven't been quite as good. On the attack, Tigers for Watkins far side. It's off the block right back to Yorktown. Inside set, steering pile driver for the point to make it 4-2. Tegan with her 6th kill here on senior night. Kylie Murr to serve. Serves from the floor. Tuffy, overpass on the receive. Yorktown gets a free chance. They'll bring it to Searing near side. She cashes it in again. Searing with consecutive kills to make it 4-3. Yorktown within a point on the 7th kill of the night by Tegan Searing. Serving for the tie, Kylie Murr. Goes far side. Shaftmaster to Shaftmaster, attorneys at law, and they cash it in despite the diving attempt to dig it by Vincent. Mabry gets the cookie for her 9th kill to make it 5-3. How many times have they done that over the years? Shaftmaster to serve it. It's an ace. A blister burger to the left of Knuckles, who dived to try to play it and couldn't get it. The second ace of the match by Mabry Shaftmaster. That was tough. Tells you why she's one of the best players in the country right there. She'll do it again. Jump serve. This time Murr to her knees to play it. Searing with another kill. They found a soft spot. Yorktown has worn out the right corner here early in game 2 to make it 6-4. Searing responds. 3 kills here early. She has 8 in the match. Yorktown serving, trailing by 2. Smith couldn't get the set in the middle. She whiffed. Shaftmaster short set it. Smith couldn't get it. It's on the floor, and Yorktown within 6-5. Matthews serving for the Tigers. Shaftmaster with a tip kill attempt. Tigers smelled it out. Miller drives it down! Past the block attempt by Smith, and we're tied at 6. Ellie Miller comes up with the kill. Give her 2 in the match. We're tied at 6 apiece. Newcastle opened the night with a win, 25-22. Tigers aren't happy about that. Trojans set it here near side. Swing off the block. It's down for a Yorktown point. They stuffed it. Bailey Cox couldn't get it through the brick wall. Yorktown has retaken the lead at 7-6. Great defense at the net that time by Yorktown. Team without a 6-footer blocking a team with 3 or 4 of them. Tigers have it in play. Shaftmaster tries a tip kill. The overpass back to the Trojans, and they get a kill from Cox. The overpasses are deadly, and now we're tied again at 7. Free $5 bills being handed out when you overpass. Here comes the serve from Newcastle. Knuckles plays it up. Slide play for Miller. That's her favorite play. She drills another kill. The right side slide, and Miller wears them out with it. 3 now kills in the match for Ellie Miller. Yorktown back in front, 8-7. Big audience tonight. Thanks for joining us out there all over the world. Newcastle with a swing. Shaftmaster hit a whistler, couldn't get it down. Another tip from Miller. Trojans attack with it near side. Swing. Great dig in the back row by Yorktown. They'll go to Knuckles' far side. She drives it off. Shaftmaster 20 feet off the floor into the wall. Oh, man. Knuckles with her 7th kill. That was a whistler. 9-7 Yorktown. Another serve in play. Trojans, Shaftmaster hard tip, can't get it down. Knuckles rolls it back. Another tip kill attempt by Shaftmaster, and she does get it down in the back row. Heady play by Melanie Shaftmaster. Give her 4 kills, 9-8 contest. And you've got a 6'3" setter. You can tip kill a lot. She's tried that a half dozen times and converted about 3 or 4. She'll serve it. Yorktown has it up. Far side for Knuckles. She drives it down. It's an overpass. Another one driven down. It's on the floor. Newcastle. Confusion again. I've got it. You take it. Knuckles says, give me that money. 10-8 game. Here in game 2 on the 8th kill of the contest by the great Kenzie Knuckles. Man, is it going to be tough saying goodbye to her. Here comes the jump serve in play. Newcastle with a bad pass. They're going to have to give a ball in the back row for Shaftmaster, and her swing about a foot too long. Off the end of the court. Mabry had too much mustard, and it's 11-8. Yorktown by 3 here. Timeout, Newcastle. They take the first stoppage here in game 2. Yorktown 11, Newcastle 8 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Yorktown High School Gym. We are in Game 2, heading for the middle rounds of Game 2. Yorktown leading this one 11-8 after losing for the first time this season. They dropped set 1, 25-22. Back to serve it for Yorktown. Looks like Jenny Morey. It is Jenny Morey. Trojans play it. They'll set near side. Shunnison swing. Yorktown digs it. Set in the middle. Shot by Dunsmore. Off the defense. Back to him. Great save to keep it alive by Yorktown. A Kinsey Knuckles rocket from the left pin to make it 12-8. Sensational. 9th kill of the night by the great, and I do mean great, Kinsey Knuckles. It's a 4-point Yorktown advantage. Morey still serving. Middle of the back row. They'll sit here in the back row for Schaffmaster. She gets it down just in front of Morey, diving to try to make the save. Mabry Schaffmaster with her 10th kill of the night unofficially, and it's a 12-9 Game 2 score. Back to serve it for Newcastle is Bailey Cox. Big number 16 on her jersey. Served it about 10 feet too long for an error to make it 13-9. Sarah Rouse just shook her head. She knew nothing you can do about that, except tell her not to do it again. Back to serve it for Yorktown is Kate Vinson. Trojans play it here near pin. Swing from the back row by Schaffmaster. Blocked right back to him. Trojans try it again. Again blocked! Back across the net. Yorktown scores on a stuff block. A double team here on the near corner. 14-9. Yorktown with the spurt to lead by 5. Second and final timeout of Game 2 by Newcastle. Listen to the crowd. Yorktown a 5-point leader as we hit the midpoint of Game 2. Back after this on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
In Fort Wayne, two sisters make a historic splash when they swim their way to a pair of individual state titles.
In Evansville, a boys and girls soccer team become state champions in the same year for the same school, claiming their place in Indiana history.
In Bloomington, 12 young men combine their talents, check their egos, and net a basketball state title.
High school sports have provided us with as many inspirational stories as there are towns in Indiana.
In Valparaiso, a gymnastics team scores a perfect season, winning a record 7th state championship for their school in the process.
A football team south of Indianapolis refuses to lose, comes from behind, and runs away with an improbable state title.
What will the story be in your community? High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in this community.
While we were gone, a Mabry Schaffmaster hitting error gives Yorktown a 15-9 lead. Tigers serve it. Trojans play it. Bump set for Schaffmaster. It's off the net for a point on the defensive play by Yorktown. Vincent got her forearms up, but it was a rocket right into the net for a Schaffmaster kill. I've got her for 11 in the night to make it 15-10. Yorktown leading. Newcastle trying to survive the little spurt. They'll put it in play. Yorktown sets it. Slide play. Dunsmore can't get it down. Off the block, right back to Yorktown. Searing shot handled by the Trojans. They'll bump set it. Schaffmaster fires. Misses. Too strong. Too long. Out of bounds. Off the end line to make it 16-10. This match is 1-0 Newcastle, but since we were tied at 7 here in Game 2, a 9-3 Yorktown run. Back to serve for the Tigers is Kenzie Knuckles. She'll jump serve it, this time from the deep left corner. Trojans will play it up here on the near corner. Nobody home. It lands on the floor. No one there to hit it. Rare error by the Trojans, and it's a 17-10 Yorktown advantage. I had a Yorktown parent say last week, I hope if we're going to lose a game, we do it before the state tournament. Well, they've lost a set. Set 1 went to Newcastle 25-22. Yorktown looks a lot better here in game 2. Nearly an ace. Here's an attack in the middle. Shaftmaster off the defense for the point. Mabry with her 12th kill of the night. 17-11, Yorktown. She's not a national caliber player for no reason. She's fantastic. Here's Yorktown on the attack. Off the block, right back to him. They'll try it again. Bumps up for Watkins far side. She drives it off a defender. They keep it alive. Newcastle attacks on the near corner, and another swing and a missile from Mabry Shaftmaster. Her 13th kill to make it 17-12. That's high-level volleyball. That was Shaftmaster at Knuckles. Couple of great players. Yorktown handles the next serve. They'll set near side. Tipped by Searing. It's on the floor for a Yorktown point. She found a dead zone. Searing with the smart play to get her 9th kill of the night and an 18-12 lead now for Yorktown as they close in on the final phase of game 2. They got to win 3 out of 4 to win the match. Murda serve it for the Tigers. Trojans play it up. They'll set far side, Shaftmaster to Shaftmaster. Great dig by Vincent to keep it alive for Yorktown. Searing off the near side block, and then a tip kill off the rebound by Newcastle's Layla Smith. She picks up her 7th kill, and the score moves to 18-13. Yorktown leading by 5. Newcastle looking for a little run here. They'll serve it with Mabry Shaftmaster doing the honors. Great pass by Murr on the receive. Searing off the defense, out of bounds, a great wipe off. Yorktown scores the point to take a 19-13 lead here late in game 2. Searing with her 10th kill of the night. That is a match high for Yorktown. Matthews to serve it. Trojans play it easily. They'll set for Smith. She can't get it over on the swing. Hit it into the net. Hitting error by Layla Smith. Yorktown is 5 points away from evening the match at 20-13. Matthews, Carly to serve it again. Here it comes. Middle back row. Trojans attack in the middle. Swing is up the defense, right back to him. Tip kill is down. Shaftmaster went up and ripped it left-handed. That's a big, big weapon for Newcastle. 20-14. Trojans trailing by 6. They'll serve it with Zoe Conway doing the honors. Yorktown with a back row attack from Knuckles. Newcastle keeps it off the floor. Here's a tip back over to Yorktown, and they can't keep it off the floor. Knuckles and Matthews dived after it, couldn't get it. Great job by Newcastle to make it 20-15. The serve is out of bounds for an error. Side out for the Tigers at 21-15. Back to serve it for Yorktown is Ellie Stinson. Jersey number 4. Can she serve him out? Newcastle plays it up. Swing in the middle. Great job to get it off the defense on the inside. Believe that was Wilkinson on the swing and the kill. 21-16 contest. Yorktown still out in front by 5 here in game 2. Serve underway. Yorktown plays it up easily. They'll set for Knuckles. Far side swing off the double team block and back off the court for a Trojan point. Caitlin Shunnison was there to help block her ex-teammate. 21-17, Yorktown. Got a feeling one more point and Stephanie Bloom might call a timeout. Here's the jump serve. Knuckles with the pass. Vincent with the set. Here's a tip from Miller. Nicely played off the floor by Newcastle. That was Shunnison. Great dig by Yorktown to keep it off the floor. Swing, rocket. Trojans have it. They tip it. Someone's in the net. It's Newcastle. Bailey Cox went in the net to try to play it, and it's 22-17. Yorktown out in front as they close in on what could be a match-tying victory here in game 2. They're 3 points away. Jenny Morey to serve it. Nearly an ace. Shaftmaster with a bump set to Shunnison. Yorktown plays it up. We've got a whistle at the net. The floor official says we've got another error against Newcastle. And the Yorktown Tigers are 2 points away at 23-17 here in game 2. Jenny Morey to serve it again, of the great Morey volleyball playing family. Right hand jump serve, right in the middle of the floor. The set goes to the middle, the swing, too long. Out of bounds on the cross-court attempt by Wilkinson, and Yorktown has game point here in game 2, leading 24-17. Morey to serve it. Can they get it? Here it comes. Trojans play it up. The set comes here to the near side. Back row attack. Schaffmaster hits it into the net. And Yorktown has captured game 2. 25-17. Right cross, punch back in the face. This one is all tied 2 apiece. Wow. How do you like that? It's a best 2 out of 3 from here on out. Don't go away. Yorktown and Newcastle tied 1-1 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Who do I swim for? I swim on my high school team for my mom, who gets up at 5 o'clock every morning to take me to practice.
I swim for hugs from my teammates, spaghetti dinners, and my lucky neon green goggles.
I swim for Coach Murray, who pushes me to dig deep and finish strong.
More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 152,000 here in Indiana. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline. Skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens.
Most of all, I swim for myself, because I learn more about who I am and who I want to be every time I dive into the pool. That's who I swim for.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. You'll see adversity tackled and obstacles overcome. You'll be energized by the thrill of triumph or moved to tears by a sudden crushing defeat. You'll feel a surge of adrenaline. You'll feel like you're on top of the world. You'll experience it all as you watch the Indianapolis Colts compete for another Super Bowl title.
Sure, but you can also experience it by attending a high school sporting event in your community. Your local high school sports teams and the Indianapolis Colts really do have a lot in common. They give communities a chance to come together, to cheer for the home team. They give us a chance to be part of something truly special, but only if we give them our support. Back to you, Mr. Announcer Guy.
The IHSAA and your Indianapolis Colts, bringing communities together. The Indianapolis Colts are proud sponsors of the IHSAA State Football Tournament.
Welcome back to Yorktown High School. We're getting set for game 3. This match tied a set or game, if you will, apiece. Pick your favorite technology and your favorite terminology. 1-1 going to the third. Newcastle took the first one, 25-22. Yorktown responded, 25-17. Unofficial stats here through 2 games. Mabry Schaffmaster, 13 kills for Newcastle. Layla Smith, 7 for the Trojans. Melanie Schaffmaster, 5. Most of those are set or tip kills. And for Yorktown, Tegan Searing with 10 kills. Kenzie Knuckles with 9. 3 each from Ellie Miller and Courtney Watkins. So let's see who gets a leg up here in the all-important game 3. Flip the floor. Newcastle to our left. Yorktown to our right. This one has been a humdinger already. Imagine what's about to happen. Fantastic volleyball. This part of the state especially has produced some fantastic players and teams over the decades. See Don Shondell across the way, sitting on the front row, right on the floor along the end line. And that man has taught so many people so much volleyball. He is renowned all over the country, if not the world. Great seeing him here tonight. I know it means a lot to some of these kids to see him out here, and it's great seeing him doing well. So we're set to go. 1-1 here in the match. Newcastle will open it with the serve, and it's going to be Bailey Cox to open it. Right down the middle of the floor, Murr to Vincent. Vincent to Searing. Great pass back over the net on the dig by Newcastle. Searing, another swing, another great dig to keep it alive. A back roll back to Yorktown. Great defense by Newcastle. Here's a bump set for Knuckles on the corner. Again, Newcastle keeps it off the floor. They bump set to Shaftmaster. Murr digs that in her sleep. Far side for Searing. She tips it. It's down for a kill. Yorktown opens game 3. 1-0. Great job finding the soft spot by Searing, the senior. Austin P. commit. 11 kills for her tonight. Had a nice chat with her mom and grandmother before things got going here tonight. Kenzie Knuckles, one of the other seniors, back to serve it for Yorktown from the near corner. Cross courts it right at Shaftmaster. Here's a set right back to the corner for her, and it's a kill off the defense out of bounds. Sister to sister, Mabry with the kill, Melanie with the assist, and we're tied at a point apiece here in the first moments of game 3. Back to serve it for Newcastle is Nicole Wilkinson. Knuckles plays it off the floor. Tipped by Watkins, Newcastle no problem. They'll set for Shaftmaster. She wipes another one off the defense, does Mabry. 15 kills on the night for her, and Newcastle has its first lead here in game 3 at 2-1. Wilkinson to serve it again for the Trojans. Here it comes. Rocket right into the net for an error and a 2-2 tie. Jump serves hard with topspin are hell to deal with on a defensive side of the net if it goes over. And all too often at the high school level goes in the net. You really got to be good to do it consistently. Trojans on the attack. Shaftmaster, great dig by Knuckles. Watkins can't play it here on the near pin though. Another kill for Mabry Shaftmaster. I've got her for 16. It's 3-2. Newcastle. Next one handled better by Yorktown. The set comes to the far side. Searing off the double team block for the point. She got it through Shaftmaster and Smith for the kill and the point, and we're tied at 3. Searing having a great night with a dozen kills. Checking in to serve for Yorktown is Brittany Bays, number 8 in your program. Her first action tonight, I believe, goes right to the back row. Back set on the run. Shaftmaster can't get it down. Vincent with a set. A tip by Miller. Great defense by the Trojans to keep it alive. They send it back to Yorktown. Watkins wipes it off the double team. She got it through Shaftmaster and Smith. Melanie Shaftmaster for the point. And Yorktown leads 4-3. Watkins, 4 kills on the night. Bays serving again. Deep to the back row. Tip kill attempt up front. It's stuffed by Yorktown. Trojans have it back. They'll roll it into the net. The libero, Zoe Conway, rolled it right into the net, and it's 5-3 Yorktown. And you take 3 points in a match this tight, you better believe you'll take them. Bays to serve for the 3rd straight time. Right from the middle of the back row. Goes again deep at the middle back row for Newcastle. Set near pin. Shaftmaster tips. Yorktown digs it. Watkins with a swing. It's off the defense. Great play to keep it alive for Newcastle. Shaftmaster up front. Off the block. Melanie got the kill that time, despite the defensive effort by Yorktown, and it's back to a 5-4 game now. Newcastle serving, trailing by a point here in game 3. The match knotted 1-1. Shaftmaster with that big rocket of a serve. Tigers have it in play. Watkins, they've got a whistle on the floor. It's a net violation by Newcastle. On a swing by Courtney Watkins, she'll check out. Ellie Stinson goes in for the Tigers, who now lead 6-4. Stinson with the serve. Here it comes. Right to the middle back row. Overpass, stuff till attempt, no good. Newcastle tips it back to Yorktown. Tigers attack with Knuckles. Deep tip just off the back edge of the floor. About a foot too long to make it 6-5 Yorktown. Back to serve for the tie, Zoe Conway. Here it comes. Yorktown has it up easily. Set for a little roll from Knuckles, and she's got it down in front of 3 Newcastle defenders. A roll flat-footed from the floor. Knuckles got it down for her kill, number 10 of the night, and a 7-5 lead for Yorktown. How do you like them apples? Doesn't always have to be 100 miles an hour. Trojans with it on the attack. Yorktown blocks it. They set it. Swing in the middle. Nearly on the floor. Overpass on the dig. Tigers attack again. Knuckles near side. Rips it. Yorktown keeps it alive. Great play by the Tigers on the attack. Trojans are out of system. Mabry, Shaftmaster, watches her sister Melanie hit it right in the net. When she has to swing, she's not that great a hitter. She gets those kills on tips a lot of times. I'm not saying she's not a great player, but it's 8-5 Yorktown on the error by Shaftmaster. Tigers have it. Back bump. Knuckles back roll to the Trojans. They'll try it in the middle and they cash it in. Great swing by Wilkinson to get the ball down for a point. 8-6 Yorktown. Side out Trojans. They'll serve it. Trailing by 2 here, and it's going to be big 17. Melanie Shaftmaster. Right-hander, 6 feet 3 inches tall. And she serves it 2 feet too long. 9-6 Tigers. That's the second cheap, easy, free point Newcastle has given Yorktown here in the early part of game 3, and it could be costly. Vincent serves it. Trojans will attack in the middle. Great job to keep it off the floor by Vincent. Searing with a roll. It's out of bounds off Shunnison. Her former teammate for a kill. And a 10-6 Yorktown lead. Kill number 13 in the match for number 10, Tegan Searing. Vincent made it all possible with a great dig, and she serves again. Out of system this time are the Trojans. They'll swing it from the middle. Tigers handle it. They give it far side to Searing. She wipes it off the defense for another kill. She peeled it off Nicole Wilkinson. And it's 11-6 Yorktown. How long will you wait for a timeout? Not anymore. Searing's kill, her 14th timeout, Newcastle. We're headed for the middle part of game 3. Yorktown 11, Newcastle 6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the volleyball match here on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel on YouTube. We're glad to have you along tonight. First time out of game 3 taken by Newcastle, trying to stop the bleeding. It's 11-6 Yorktown, and that's a 3-point spurt with Kate Vincent serving back there, and she'll go right back to do it again with her team up by 5. Trickles over the net. It's down for an ace. You'll take those all night. Vincent with an ace. 12-6 Yorktown. When it's going well, it's going well. She'll serve it again. This time the Trojans play it up. Bump set far side. Shunnison with the swing. Yorktown digs it and attacks. Searing peels it off the defense again. No answer for that on the right pin. 13-6 Yorktown on another brilliant attack by Tegan Searing, her 15th kill of the night. Vincent is serving again, middle of the back row. Shaftmaster sets for her sister, and she rips a winner from the back row. Mabry Shaftmaster picks up kill number 17 unofficially. That stops the bleeding a little bit. It makes it 13-7. Yorktown out in front. Back to serve for the Trojans, number 16, Bailey Cox. She'll serve right from the middle of the back row. Tigers have it up. Searing with another swing. It's off the defense, out of bounds again. The Austin P recruit is just wearing them out in the middle and on the corners. 14-7 game. Two players with big totals. Searing was 16 for Yorktown. Mabry Schaffmaster was 17 kills for Newcastle. Tigers have doubled them up 14-7 here in game 3. Not a very good pass up the serve receive. There's a little baby tip. Yorktown with a free chance here. They swing it. It's off the block. Tip right back to Yorktown, out of bounds. Right to Stephanie Bloom, in fact. She says, give me that ball briefly. 15-7, Yorktown out in front. Tigers are cruising right now. That game 1 loss might have been just what the doctor ordered. They really have been much sharper in every phase of the game since game 1. They dropped it 25-22, 125-17 in game 2. Trojans on the attack here in game 3. Rocket off the right arm of Mabry Schaffmaster. That's a terrific shot and a great play. Despite the dig attempt by Murr, it's 15-8. Newcastle. Mabry is everything she's advertised to be. She's sensational. Tigers off the serve. Vincent sets. Searing peels another kill right from the middle of the front row. 17 Tegan Searing kills to make it 16-8 Yorktown. Tigers are in cruise control right now. That could change. Back to serve it. Kylie Murr. Middle of the back row. Schaffmaster for Smith inside. She can't get it over. It's down. Gonna be a net violation against Yorktown. Stephanie Bloom says, who did it? The down official says, I'm not sure. The other guy called it, I think. That might have been the up official who called it, but at any rate, it's a violation on Yorktown. Newcastle gets the free point this time. Merry Christmas. 17-8. Make it 16-9. Yorktown plays up the serve. Watkins swing here on the near pin. Good job by Newcastle to play it up. They go to the far side. Schaffmaster can't get it down. Yorktown attacks. Searing rips one off the libero Conway, but the Trojans keep it alive. They got it down this time on a big swing by Mabry Schaffmaster. Give her 19 kills in this match. Back-to-back points by Newcastle to make it 16-10. Caitlin Shunnison back to serve against her former team, and she's got an ace right in front of Kenzie Knuckles. Nicely played by Shunnison. Her first ace of the night. 3-point run, 16-11. Another ace. Shunnison went right down the near sideline, right in front of the Yorktown bench to make it 16-12. Stephanie Bloom says, give me a timeout. 16-12 Yorktown here in the middle of game 3. We'll take the break here on Beaver Media and the Doco Preps channel.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Coming out of the timeout by Yorktown, the Tigers lead here in the late stages now of game 3. It's 16-12, but we're in the midst of a 4-0 Newcastle run. The last two on Caitlin Shunnison aces. Let's see if that stops the bleeding for the Tigers. Murr plays the serve to Vincent. They'll set near side for Watkins. Off the defense, hits the top of the net, comes back to Newcastle. Great job trying to keep it alive by Knuckles, but Yorktown can't get it down. And the point goes to Newcastle. What did I say about cruise control, but that could change. 16-13. It's now a 3-point game. Shunnison serves again, right to Murr. Vincent plays it to Searing. She drives it off the defense, right back to Yorktown. Watkins will swing from the near corner. No trouble again for the Trojans. They'll attack with Schaffmaster. Great dig by Murr. Stuff kill attempt no good by Newcastle. Tigers attack again. Watkins can't get it down. Here's a set inside. Smith drives it down. Middle attack. A kill for Layla Smith. She has 9 in the match, and Newcastle has closed the gap to 16-14 on this service run by Shunnison. She hits it in the bottom of the net. There goes the air out of the balloon to make it 17-14 Yorktown. That was a nice run by Newcastle. They threw their best at them. Yorktown back to serve with a 3-point lead. Is that Bays back there? It is for the Yorktown Tigers. Schaffmaster will set it for her sister. Yorktown digs it, but they dig it right over. It's on the floor! The Trojans again with confusion on the overpass. I've got it, you take it. Emily Scott and Bailey Cox couldn't figure out who wanted it, and it's 18-14. Yorktown leading by 4. Bays again with the serve. Bad pass. Little out of system by the Trojans. Great dig on the missile by Schaffmaster. They've got it back from Yorktown. Tigers have it now. They'll set for the roll. Ellie Miller with a cash check from the right corner to make it 19-14. Yorktown. You hear them chanting Ellie Miller across the way. One of those seniors. Yorktown 6 points away, leading 19-14. Trojans attacking. Schaffmaster hit it out of bounds. Came to the middle of the floor. Mabry with too much mustard, and her aim was bad. That makes it 20-14 Yorktown. Timeout Newcastle. We'll take the break. Tigers 20, Trojans 14 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We're back at Yorktown High School gym, late game 3. Newcastle is out of timeouts. They just used their last one. It's Yorktown 20, Newcastle 14. Game 1 went to the Trojans 25-22. The Tigers swung a hard right in game 2. Hit the chin of Newcastle, won it 25-17. Now the Tigers 5 points away with Bays serving. It's just off the end of the court. The defense let it go. Turned out to be a wise decision. The service error by Bays makes it 20-15. Newcastle within 5. They've got it in the hands of Mabry Schaffmaster. Here comes her rocket. It's in the net again for another error. 21-15. Yorktown out in front. That's an all or nothing play. You either get it in or you don't. That's high risk, high reward. Yorktown puts it in play. Trojans try the tip kill. Tigers smelled it coming. They've got to sit here near side. Ball just long. Knuckles says touch. So does the official on the floor, and the guy on the stand agrees. He says, yep, there was a touch to make it 22-15. Yorktown on a Kenzie Knuckles kill, rather. Her 11th. Back to serve for Yorktown, Ellie Stinson. To the back row. Bump set. Free swing, easy swing. Nice point by the Trojans on a swing by Bailey Cox. Very effective. Doesn't have to be, like I said, it doesn't have to be 110 miles an hour. It just has to be down. 22-16 game. Serve into the net by Zoe Conway. 23-16. Yorktown. They're 2 points away from a 2-1 match lead. Jenny Moore is going to serve for the Tigers. Can she get them off the floor? Trojans played up. They try a tip kill. Yorktown keeps it alive. Knuckles with a hammer time kill down the near sideline from the left pin. And it's game point for Yorktown at 24-16. That was what they call a Kenzie bomb in these parts. Maury on game point. Here's the serve. It's in the net. Oh. Yorktown leads 24-17. That gives the side out on the serve to Newcastle. Here it comes. It's in the net. Yorktown wins 25-17 on a service error by Melanie Schaffmaster, who hit it in the net just like her sister did a moment ago, and Yorktown has come roaring all the way back. We head for game 4, do or die time for Newcastle. It's Yorktown leading 2-1 after taking game 3, 25-17. What a match. Don't you dare go away. Get a Pepsi and a ham sandwich and meet me back on the other side of the break on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
In Fort Wayne, two sisters make a historic splash when they swim their way to a pair of individual state titles.
In Evansville, a boys and girls soccer team become state champions in the same year for the same school, claiming their place in Indiana history.
In Bloomington, 12 young men combine their talents, check their egos, and net a basketball state title.
High school sports have provided us with as many inspirational stories as there are towns in Indiana.
In Valparaiso, a gymnastics team scores a perfect season, winning a record 7th state championship for their school in the process.
A football team south of Indianapolis refuses to lose, comes from behind, and runs away with an improbable state title.
What will the story be in your community? High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in this community.
It's the geometry teacher who mans the ticket window.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen and store managers who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the graduate who listens to the league championship game on the internet.
It's the parent who sells ads in the school athletic program.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
It's the trainers, equipment managers, and ball boys who never miss a practice.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
High school sports. It's the we that every community needs. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We head for game 4 of this Donnybrook match. Number 1, Yorktown. 2, number 1, Newcastle. 1. The 4A, number 1 ahead of the 3A pace setter. 2-1. Must win 2 in a row for the Trojans. That's going to be a tall order, but they're about one of a handful of teams that could do it in this gym. Don't shut them down just yet. Newcastle took game 1 25-22. Yorktown roared back. Took both game 2 and 3 by identical 25-17 scores. So Newcastle with their backs against the wall. The 2017 3A champion playing the 2016 3A champion. Of course, Yorktown up to 4A now. And playing to keep their perfect season alive. Newcastle came in 28-4. Yorktown at 25-0. Both teams without a blemish in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. Winner of this match gets the conference championship. Last year it was Newcastle. Yorktown wants it back. Kate Vinson to open this one by serving for Yorktown. Trojans attack here on the near corner. Great dig by Murr. Yorktown with miscommunication inside. Vinson and Dunsmore got their signals crossed on a set in the middle. Opening point goes to Newcastle. 1-0. Here comes the serve. Yorktown has it up. Vincent, nice set to Searing. She drives it down for a kill. Hit 2 or 3. Newcastle defenders on the way to the floor. Searing with a match high for Yorktown, 18 kills. Mabry Schaffmaster has 19 for Newcastle. Knuckles to serve. Overpass on the receive. Stuff kill attempt by Searing. Trojans play it near corner. Yorktown has that easily. Far side set for Watkins. Her swing is off the block, back across the net. Knuckles couldn't get it on a dive, and it's 2-1 Newcastle. Caitlin Shunnison back to serve for the Trojans. From the far right corner, she hits it in the net again. We're tied at 2. Maybe a little nerves. Maybe. Caitlin's a pretty good player. Tied at 2 here in game 4. A must-win for Newcastle. Kylie Murr, the libero, serving it for Yorktown. Might have grazed the net going over. Tough handle. Trojans are going to give an easy ball to Yorktown. They'll set it. Here's Searing. She peels the paint again. From the middle attack, right in the back corner here on the near side. Couldn't have been more than a foot inside the line. Searing with 19 kills in this match. It's 3-2 Yorktown. Tigers with their first lead of game 4. Potential closeout game. Schaffmaster with a swing from the corner. Great dig by Yorktown. Searing with a roll, a rocket. Trojans do a nice job. They get it up here for Schaffmaster. She tries to tip. Too long, too strong by Mabry, and it's 4-2 Yorktown. They just wear you out. I'm not kidding. That's their stock and trade. They'll keep it off the floor for 45 seconds and 40 touches if necessary to get the point. Here's a deep serve for an ace in the backcourt. Murr ripped it about 6 inches inside the back line. Well done by Kylie Murr. She has her first ace of the night. 5-2 lead for Yorktown. She'll serve it again. This time a much better handle by the Trojans. Free ball to Yorktown. Knuckles will bump set it back to Murr. She'll backward roll it to the Trojans. They'll sit in the middle. Smith can't get it down. Off the block back to Newcastle. Schaffmaster off the block. Can't do it. Third try. Tip kill attempt. Great dig by Knuckles on the run to keep it alive. Trojans have it. They attack the Smith again. This time off Knuckles and into the back wall of the gym for a Newcastle point. Sensational rally to make it 5-3. Wow. That kill by Smith was her 10th of the night. Schaffmaster to jump serve. It's a rocket. Murr handles it easily. Here's Searing from the near corner. Can't get it down. Trojans will come to the near pin. They can't get it down. Tigers attack far side. Watkins, great dig by Schaffmaster. What a rally. Here's a tip on the corner. Searing keeps it alive to Murr. Murr to Knuckles. Knuckles rolls it. Great dig by Schaffmaster. Here's a tip kill and a beauty off the right hand of Layla Smith. Her 11th of the night to make it 5-4. That was a sensational rally here early in game 4. It's Mabry Schaffmaster with the right hand jump, top spin, bullet serve. Knuckles plays it. Watkins with a swing from the far corner. Trojans have it up. Cross court set. No good. Trojans can't get it down. Tigers go to Searing. She destroys Zoe Conway with a doggone cannonball. Oh, my Lord. You hear the chant across the way. Tegan Searing, that was a 45 caliber kill for her 20th of the night. 6-4 Yorktown. Oh, that looked like an ace. The line judge called the serve out long to make it 6-5. That last kill by Tegan Searing might have been the hardest ball I've ever seen her hit. Newcastle within a point, though, at 6-5. Ellie Miller on the slide play. It's down on the back line. Haley Miller runs that play so well. She has 5 kills on the night. It's a 7-5 Yorktown lead. Tigers lost game 1. Won games 2 and 3. Looking to finish it off right here, leading 7-5 in game 4. Jump serve by Stinson. Schaffmaster sets for her sister, and it's another rocket from a back row attack by Mabry Schaffmaster. She has 20 kills in this match, and it's 7-6. Newcastle can tie. Melanie Schaffmaster to serve. Knuckles plays it up. Vincent bumps it for Knuckles from the far corner. Great dig by Conway. Trojans give it back to Yorktown. Set from Vincent for Knuckles. She rips another winner from the far corner to make it 8-6 Yorktown. That was a quarter pounder with cheese. Extra greasy. 8-6 Yorktown. Jenny Morey to serve. Soft serve, middle back row. Back row attack for Schaffmaster. Great dig by Bays. Knuckles hits from the back row. Great job by Conway to keep it alive. Newcastle with great defense. They give it back to Yorktown. Set here, slide play. It's down! The attack on the right corner by Jalen Dunsmore. She says, have some more of that. And it's 9-6 Yorktown. Fantastic rally. Tigers leading by 3. Must win game 4 for the Trojans. Morey's serve again. Handled nicely by Newcastle. Here's an attack by Shenison. Tigers have it up. They go to the inside attack. Dunsmore hit it just a little high and a little long out of bounds to make it 9-7. Yorktown out in front. Trojans within 2 as Bailey Cox picks up the ball to serve. Big number 16 on her jersey. Soft serve. Murr handles it. Vincent sets for Knuckles. She rips one. Schaffmaster with a nice dig. The other Schaffmaster can't get it over on the attack. Off the block right back to the Trojans. They'll try it again. This time a beautiful deep long tip in the back near corner by Mabry Schaffmaster just in front of a diving Ellie Stinson. And it's a 9-8 game 4. It's the one part of the court that's really vulnerable for Yorktown. Good attack by Newcastle. Serving for the tie. Murr handles it. Running bump set by Vincent. Knuckles drives it off Schaffmaster high in the air. Here's a set on the near pin for the other Schaffmaster. She can't get it down. Yorktown out of system. Here's an attack back over the net. Newcastle wanted a violation, didn't get it. Trojans attack. It's back off the defense to Newcastle. They'll try it again. Battle at the net. Trojans keep it alive. Great rally. Schaffmaster can't get it down. Murr with a dig. Knuckles with a backward roll. Nearly goes down. It's an overpass. Tigers have it. They'll go to the far side. Knuckles drills a winner! Kenzie Knuckles! Check the air pressure on that ball. It's a couple pounds down after that rocket by Kenzie Knuckles. 14 Kenzie bomb kills. And it's 10-8. Yorktown, one of the best rallies of the night. Vincent serving for the Tigers. Trojans come near pin. Big swing by Schaffmaster. Great dig by Murr. Here's Searing with a swing. Trojans keep it alive. They come to Schaffmaster near side again. Trojans can't get it down. Bump set far side. Knuckles with a rare hitting error. Hits it in the net. Mistimed her swing. It's 10-9. Matter of inches. The difference between a missile and a miss. Back to serve it for the tie is Nicole Wilkinson. Trojans trail it 10-9 here in game 4. Tough serve. Nice handle by Yorktown. Searing with an inside attack. It's wiped off the defense. The double team can't stop her. It's another kill. We're taking Searing. Give her 21 on the night to make it 11-9. Can't remember her career high off the top of my head, but she's in that neighborhood right now on senior night. Tigers with a 2-point lead. Kenzie Knuckles to serve it from the far left corner. To the back row. Bad pass, and I've got it, you take it. A rare bad pass on the serve receive. Schaffmaster couldn't get it. Knuckles with an ace. Yorktown leads 12-9. Knuckles has been a phenom for 4 years. Fantastic player. Knuckleball. Master, Shaft Master to Shaft Master. The swing on the corner. The double team block says your card has been declined. Searing and Dunsmore stuff Shaft Master on the left pin. And it's 13-9 Yorktown. Fantastic block by the much smaller Tigers. 4-point gap now. Knuckles to serve again. Goes to the middle of the back row. Nice pass to the setter. They've got it up far side. Shunnison can't find the score. Tigers have it. Knuckles from the back row. Great dig by Conway for Newcastle. Shaft Master mistimes her swing. From her sister, it's a hitting error. And that makes it 14-9 to Yorktown. Tigers lead and timeout called by Newcastle here midway through a must-win Game 4. Yorktown 14, Newcastle 9. Back after this on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. Game 4. Must win for Newcastle. They've called their first timeout, trailing Yorktown 14-9. This is a 4-0 Yorktown scoring spurt. Chance to step on the throat of the Trojans. 5-point gap, more than halfway through Game 4. Newcastle trails the match 2-1. Knuckles to serve for Yorktown again, left to right. There it goes. Shaft Master to her sister. They'll sit it right back to the other one, and she delivers a rocket for a point. Mabry Shaft Master, much better that time, much more like her, for her 22nd kill to make it 14-10. Caitlin Shunnison serving for the Trojans. Little right-hand jump serve, deep to the back row. Murr plays it to Vincent. Tipped by Searing between two diving defenders for another Yorktown point. 15-10, Yorktown. Searing unofficially 22 deadly kills in this one. She's going to Austin Peay next year to play her college ball. Teammate Kylie Murr to serve it for Yorktown. Trojans play it up in the middle. They can't get the tip down. Knuckles with a great play to keep it alive, but 4 touches by Yorktown, and it's a Trojan point to make it 15-11. Unofficially, a dozen kills for Layla Smith. Trojans trying to climb back in it, trailing by 3. Mabry Shaft Master to serve. Nice pass by Murr. Searing with a swing here from the near side. She hits it just long off the end of the floor to make it 15-12. Trojans are within 3. Now Shaft Master will swing over here to the left end of the floor to serve. Goes right at Murr. Murr handles it again. Set far side for Watkins. She tips. Double team block. Can't get it for Newcastle. It's on the floor for a Yorktown point. And a 16-12 Tiger lead. Checking in, Carly Matthews. She'll go back to serve as Tegan Searing takes a quick break, maybe gets a sip of Gatorade. Matthews to serve, one of the seniors tonight, trying to win in her final night on this floor. Trojans attack, near pin, can't get it down. Off the block, right back to him. Newcastle tries again. Deep tip, easy ball for Yorktown. Slide play, right corner. Ellie Miller is money again. 17-12. Miller, she runs that play in her sleep. 17-12. Yorktown out in front by 5. They smell the finish line. Matthews with the jump serve. Tip kill attempt, no good. Trojans get it right back off the block. They'll try a swing here near corner. Can't get it down again. A third try. Smith can't get it down. Great defense by Yorktown. They go far side. Watkins gets it right back off the block. Here's a bump set back to Watkins again. She rips a winner, but the overpass on the dig Slide play again. Miller can't get it on the floor. Great rally. Trojans attack from the back row, and Schaffmaster says, have some of that. 23 kills for the great Mabry Schaffmaster, and it's a 17-13 Yorktown lead. What a rally. Zoe Conway wearing the white jersey, back to serve it for Newcastle. Cross court, Knuckles, bad pass. Yorktown out of system. Murr will roll it over to the Trojans. They get an easy attack. They go to the middle. Yorktown has it up. They tip it. No go. Trojans have it. They'll work back row to Schaffmaster. Great dig by Bays. Bump set. It's going to be backward rolled to the Trojans. They'll attack again. Tip kill. Another one off the left hand of Melanie Schaffmaster. She has 7 kills in the game, in the match, and it's 17-14. Trojans are back within 3 as Conway prepares to serve it again from the far left edge of the backcourt. Cross courts it to Knuckles. Vinson tries the tip kill. Trojans smell it out. Back row attack. Schaffmaster never got it over the net. She slams the ball on the floor. She's not happy at all. She knows that she could have done more with that. 18-14. Yorktown out in front by 4. They can close out the match with a win here in game 4. Newcastle has it. They'll work it inside. Big rip of a swing. Nice kill inside on an attack by Nicole Wilkinson. She ripped it. 18-15. Tigers lead by 3. Trojans have it in the hands of Melanie Schaffmaster. 6'3" setter, little baby jump serve. It's long. Boy, did that look down. The far side, far corner, line official said no, too long. Service error, and it's 19-15. Yorktown, they're within 6 points of cashing in the match. Jenny Morey to serve. To the back row. Played up to Schaffmaster nicely. Shunnison with the swing. Too long. Just off the end line. 20-15. Yorktown. Final timeout called by Newcastle coach Sarah Roush. You can't do anything more now than win. It's Yorktown 20, Newcastle 15 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We're back at Yorktown High School. Brian Beaver along with you again tonight. Yorktown 5 points away from moving to 26-0. Yorktown leads game 4, 20-15. Newcastle is out of timeouts. Let's see if they're out of luck. Back to try to serve them off the floor is Jenny Morey for Yorktown, moving left to right. 2-1 leaders in the match are Yorktown. Trojans attack in the middle. Swing by Shunnison, dug nicely by Morey. Go to Knuckles on the corner. Her tip handled easily by Newcastle. Back row attack. Schaffmaster drives it off Bays. Yorktown in the middle. Dunsmore tips it. We've got a call on the floor. A net violation. Tigers score to make it 21-15. They're 4 points away from closing it out. Jenny Morey. Right-handed jump serve. Goes to the middle back row. Set in the middle. Great dig by Yorktown. They go to a back row attack. Stinson can't get it down. Trojans go far side for Shunnison. She can't get it to the floor. Tigers keep it alive. Knuckles rips one off the defense. Dug easily by Schaffmaster. Here's a swing on the near corner. And a double team stuff block from Vincent and Dunsmore. She says, no way. Not in my house. 22-15. Yorktown in front. They're 3 points away from winning it. Morey to serve. Here it comes. Same spot. Middle back row. Set here on the near corner. Shunnison wipes it off the defense and gets it down for a Newcastle point. Yorktown leads 22-16. Shunnison with just her second kill of the night. Back to serve for Newcastle with their backs against the wall. Bailey Cox. Yorktown 3 points away. Trojans need a big run here. There's the serve. Murr with the pass. Vincent with the set. Dunsmore with the slide. We've got a whistle by the down official and another net violation against Newcastle. 23-16. Tigers 2 points away from winning the match. Lost game 1, won games 2 and 3. Now Kate Vincent to serve it. Newcastle has it up to the setter. They'll come near side to Shunnison. She rips it off the defense out of bounds for a Trojan point and the kill. Makes it Yorktown 23, Newcastle 17. Shunnison with back-to-back kills for the Trojans. It's going to be Nicole Wilkinson to serve from the far right corner for the Trojans. And it's out of bounds. A service error, and it's match point. Yorktown 24-17. They're a 1 point away from being a winner club. Knuckles with the serve. Standing up for the fans, I don't blame them. Knuckles sends it over. Newcastle can't do much with it. It's hit. It's out of bounds. Newcastle hits it out of bounds. Yorktown wins. They do it again. The score in game 3, the same as in games 2 and 3 and in game 4. Yorktown wins game 4, 25-17. They win this match 3-1. They're 26-0, and they are Hoosier Heritage Conference champions again in 2018. What a phenomenal match on senior night 2018. We'll take a break, take a breath, come back to recap this one for you. Don't you dare go away. Tigers win. They beat Newcastle 3-1 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
In Fort Wayne, two sisters make a historic splash when they swim their way to a pair of individual state titles.
In Evansville, a boys and girls soccer team become state champions in the same year for the same school, claiming their place in Indiana history.
In Bloomington, 12 young men combine their talents, check their egos, and net a basketball state title.
High school sports have provided us with as many inspirational stories as there are towns in Indiana.
In Valparaiso, a gymnastics team scores a perfect season, winning a record 7th state championship for their school in the process.
A football team south of Indianapolis refuses to lose, comes from behind, and runs away with an improbable state title.
What will the story be in your community? High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in this community.
You'll see adversity tackled and obstacles overcome. You'll be energized by the thrill of triumph or moved to tears by a sudden crushing defeat. You'll feel a surge of adrenaline. You'll feel like you're on top of the world. You'll experience it all as you watch the Indianapolis Colts compete for another Super Bowl title.
Sure, but you can also experience it by attending a high school sporting event in your community. Your local high school sports teams and the Indianapolis Colts really do have a lot in common. They give communities a chance to come together, to cheer for the home team. They give us a chance to be part of something truly special, but only if we give them our support. Back to you, Mr. Announcer Guy.
The IHSAA and your Indianapolis Colts, bringing communities together. The Indianapolis Colts are proud sponsors of the IHSAA State Football Tournament.
Welcome back to Yorktown High School Senior Night 2018, and boy, it'll be a long, happy memory for the Yorktown Tigers. They come into this match tonight having won 71 games in a row. Newcastle threw a roundhouse right at them, tagged them on the nose in game 1, won it 25-22. There goes the consecutive set streak. What does Yorktown do? Hey, this is our house. You're a really good team, but you're not winning tonight. Game 2, 25-17. Game 3, 25-17. Game 4, 25-17. Tigers win 3 in a row to win 3-1. They move to 26-0 and 7-0 in the conference. They are the Hoosier Heritage Conference champions in 2018. Newcastle falls to 28-5 overall, 6-1 in league play. They are a handful. They only have 2 seniors, Newcastle, on their roster, and they are going to be a tough out in the sectional next week at Wapahani. You want the state championship, you're going to have to knock off the defending champion to get it, and that's going to be a big order to fill out in Selma next week. But you've got about 4 or 5 teams in that field that can win, so it'll be a bloodbath out there in Selma in 3A24. Yorktown, what else can you say? They just wear you out with their ability to keep points alive, and you make mistakes, and they don't, and they whip you. And that's exactly what they did again here tonight. Their ball control early in game 1 wasn't as crisp as usual, and it cost them. They lost it. And you got to give credit to Newcastle. They are a very good team, and they just took it to Yorktown for much of game 1 before winning 25-22. But as I said, Stephanie Bloom called 1 timeout in this entire match. She knows how to coach these girls better than anybody I know. And man, are they good. They are just, they're national caliber good. If you got a top 10 list in the country and Yorktown isn't somewhere in your top 10, I don't know about that one. You might want to reconsider your list because they're sensational. We're going to take one more break. We may or may not sure, may talk to a couple seniors here on senior night from Yorktown. But we're going to take one more break, see what we can round up, and come back after this timeout on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
It's the geometry teacher who mans the ticket window.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen and store managers who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the graduate who listens to the league championship game on the internet.
It's the parent who sells ads in the school athletic program.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
It's the trainers, equipment managers, and ball boys who never miss a practice.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
High school sports. It's the we that every community needs. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Who do I swim for? I swim on my high school team for my mom, who gets up at 5 o'clock every morning to take me to practice.
I swim for hugs from my teammates, spaghetti dinners, and my lucky neon green goggles.
I swim for Coach Murray, who pushes me to dig deep and finish strong.
More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 152,000 here in Indiana. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline. Skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens.
Most of all, I swim for myself, because I learn more about who I am and who I want to be every time I dive into the pool. That's who I swim for.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Indiana develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Yorktown High School for the final time tonight. Let's recap how this one went down briefly. Game 1, Yorktown led as late as 21-20. Newcastle surged in the end and won, beating Yorktown in set 1, 25-22. And it was a 1-0 lead in the match for the Road Warrior Trojans. But Yorktown came roaring back just like they always do. Tigers won game 2, 25-17. They held on to won game 3, 25-17. And why not the trifecta? Won game 4, 25-17, and they win the match 3-1. Unofficial statistics for the victorious Tigers. A career night out of Tegan Searing. She collects an unofficial 22 kills in the match. Kenzie Knuckles also in double figures for Yorktown. I had her for 14 tonight. 6 kills from Ellie Miller, 4 from Courtney Watkins, 1 from Jalen Dunsmore. Knuckles had an ace. Vincent had an ace. Murr had an ace for Yorktown. And speaking of Kylie Murr, she did a fantastic job tonight, keeping a lot of rockets off the floor for the Yorktown Tigers. Unofficial stats for Newcastle, the great Mabry Schaffmaster, a match high 23 kills. 12 from Layla Smith, 7 from Melanie Schaffmaster. I think all but one of those were setter rocket tip kills. The rest of the scoring, Caitlin Shenison with 3 kills, Nicole Wilkinson with 3, Bailey Cox with 4 for Newcastle. And you look down the rest of the sheet, got an ace for Mabry Schaffmaster, 1 for Caitlin Shenison, an ace for Nicole Wilkinson. So all in all, Yorktown did what they came to do. Won the match, won the conference championship, and they're going home tonight, 26-0. Newcastle will take the long drive back down State Road 3. They are going to be 28-5 when they get home tonight. Going to take one more time out. We've got news for you. We'll be right back after this on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 152,000 here in Indiana. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline. Skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Yorktown High School. We're joined by, I'm going to christen her, great Kate Vinson. Hold that nice and close to your mouth. And tell me what it feels like to be conference champion.
It just feels so good to finally get that back. And after last year having a complication, it was really good to come back out and play our hardest.
You called it a complication. Yeah, you guys get everybody's best punch every time you go out. You've got a big bullseye on your back. You're only 26-0. You probably figured coming in here tonight, they're number 1, just like we are. They beat us last year. We got a lot of work to do. How did you get this done?
In practice, we had goals, and we just had our goal was to come out, play our hardest, and we needed to beat Newcastle. And even though we lost the set, our whole team needed that. We needed to just get it off our back and come out ready in the second set.
So are you relieved then that you lost a game finally and said, it's all about 3 wins anyway. Who cares whether we lost or won game 1?
Yeah, I know we didn't want to lose that first set, but we just needed it to get off our back, and we needed to come out, and we still won, so that's what we needed.
Well, you got it off your back. You came roaring back, won the next 3 sets, 25-17. You set a great match. Tegan Searing, 22 kills. Tell me a little bit about how reliable it is for you as a setter to be able to go to someone that hot, and she's putting away ball after ball after ball.
Yeah, we just got to keep Tegan in it. We got to keep her on a 2-ball. We got to run her on a go, 9. We just have to keep her moving, and then having Kinsey on the outside and pulling on the pins on out and right, it just really helps.
And tell me about Ellie Miller and the slide. That girl can run the slide in her sleep thanks to you, but she's been doing that for 4 years, and I think 90% of the time you set her on a slide, she puts it away.
Yeah, we just work on it in practice. We have to get the timing right every time, and she's just really got it down, and it really helps when we have her in the middle, and then we can push it out to Kinsey, and it just really helps.
Well, you must get spoiled as a setter sometimes because you look around and you go, okay, I've got Courtney, I've got Kinsey, I've got Ellie, I've got Tegan. Gee, I'll just set it wherever and get a point.
Yeah, you just got to keep them guessing on the other side. You just got to distribute, balance it out, and that's what Coach told me we got to do to be able to win this game.
Well, all you've done is pick up about 900 assists this season, probably a little more than that by now, because I bet you had 40-plus tonight, easy. What's it like setting the best team in the state of Indiana? It's got to be so cool for you as an underclassman to be able to drive the offense and decide, you know what, we need a ball on the pin here, we need a ball in the middle here. You've done a great job making those decisions.
Thank you. And I just love setting them. They can always find the floor. We work on practice. We work on zones, where to hit it. We got to hit it away from middle back, push it corners, and it just always finds the floor.
Take me back to the gap between game 1 and game 2. You guys just got beat for the first time all season. What was it like in the meeting? What was it like in the huddle? What was the attitude of the team as you talked about what you needed to do in sets 2, 3, 4, and maybe even 5?
Yeah, Coach William just told us one thing we needed to work on was getting our block up and getting touches on the ball more. Our hands were high, and we all needed to just press low and get some touches. So that is one thing that really helped us in 2, 3, and 4. But also we needed to get our first ball contact, second ball, and third just all together.
You're a conference champion now. You're undefeated. You'll go to the state tournament next week. You got one more regular season match with Center Grove, and that won't be easy. But you start looking ahead now to the state tournament and maybe a deep run and maybe Worthen Arena in November. What do you guys have to do even better to win a state championship than you're doing it right now? Anything at all?
We need to take it one game at a time. We just have to work every practice on who we're playing the next game. And then if we win that, then we move on to the next team, and we just keep going and staying hungry.
Well, before I let you go, I'll tell you that people all over are listening, and they'll get to listen on demand in the archived match. If there's anybody you want to say hello to, anybody you want to give a shout-out to, now is the time to do it.
I would like to give a shout-out to Gabe Phipps and just my parents, wherever.
Gabe Phipps, Mr. Lucky, I take it? Mr. Special?
Yes.
Well, there you go, Gabe. Hey, thanks for coming up. Go down and enjoy the rest of this party. Senior night for the class of 18, 19, I guess, technically, is in the books. You want it going away. Congratulations. Job well done.
Thank you.
All right. That's Kate Vinson. She's the Yorktown Tiger who drives the offense. And, man, when they're clicking, ain't no one going to touch them. Thanks, kid. So, what a night. Yorktown, what a special night for the seniors. They come out of here with exactly what they wanted. They get a match win. They beat a great team. And they've got a ton of momentum going into the final weekend of the regular season and heading into the state tournament next week. That'll do it for me and for us tonight. Thanks for joining me tonight and giving me your ears for a couple of hours. It was great having you along for the ride. Final score for the final time. Yorktown beats Newcastle 22-25, 25-17, 25-17, 25-17. They win the match 3-1. For all of us at Beaver Media, thanks for riding along. Have a great night. Tomorrow night we'll have high school football for you from Delta as the Eagles take on Greenfield Central. Until then, have a great night. So long, everybody.